Hey, it's Adriana. Thanks for stopping in and chatting with me for a minute. I don't know if you all can tell, I do actually like short videos because it's quick, fast, to the point, and I know y'all got busy lives and you're doing your thing and living your best life, which I'm trying to do as well. I just wanted to remind you all to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and all that fun stuff. Yeah, and so I can keep sending out some of these cool videos and say hi, because I miss y'all and I love y'all, and y'all my favorites, but don't tell the others. So today was a little bit of a difficult day. Didn't see that coming at all. Yeah, it was a little different. So this afternoon, I did this fantastic kind of training or seminar, I would say. I don't want to say training because it just sounds weird. But I was involved in a seminar this afternoon regarding intergenerational trauma with the Indigenous population. And I can't tell you, I cried. I don't know what it is this week or this past couple weeks that I'm crying all the time. There's absolutely nothing wrong with crying, just so you know. Continue to cry if you need to. I think that's just a way to cleanse yourself and cleanse your insides and all that stuff. So anyway, we're talking about the children and how the children were taken away in the 60s scoop. If you don't know what the 60s scoop is, I highly suggest you look it up and research a little bit of our shared history in Canada. It is pretty devastating, to say the least, and I think that everybody should still know. Just because it's hard doesn't mean that you should sweep it under the rug or you should not talk about it, because I think it's really important. And there's a lot of residential schools. I know a lot of people don't, well, I shouldn't say a lot of people, but I know some people don't know what residential schools were and when the last one closed. So we were encouraged to look up the land that we sit on, and Calgary is called Mohkinstsis. And I thought that was super cool. So in honor of finding all of that out, and so I looked up where I was born. I was born in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And so I was born on the Wabanaki Confederacy, and I thought that was pretty cool. The Micmac people, which I just thought it's really cool when you recognize and understand a little bit more about our shared history and our shared culture. I believe that we should all do that and really research some stuff, right? This is our home. We need to research some stuff, and we need to understand where everybody comes from, right? So I also want to acknowledge the land on which we gather. So, and I'm speaking about this because I'm in Calgary right now. So when this is an acknowledgement out of respect for the land that we live on and the land that we are on every day, we use every day. And it is, so I'll say it. So this acknowledgement should be read. And I say it like that because a lot of people will say it just out of obligation instead of really understanding and fully taking part in understanding our shared history and why we say these things and why we talk about certain things and why we do what we do. In the spirit of respect, reciprocity, and truth, we honor and acknowledge Mohkinstsis, the traditional Treaty 7 territory, oral practices of the Blackfoot Confederacy, Siksika, Kainai, Pakani, as well as the Bearspaw Chiniki, Wesley, and Tsuut'ina Nation. We acknowledge this territory as home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3, within the historical Northwest Métis homeland. We acknowledge all nations, Indigenous and non, who live, work, and play on this land, and help steward, honor, and celebrate this territory. I believe that it's important to acknowledge Indigenous people, Indigenous culture. Today it was really difficult. I just cried because I have a special place in my heart for children. I think that even as a child, when I was growing up, I would always say, children are the future, and cliche stuff that kids say, right, or people say all the time. But really, kids are the future. We're kind of messing things up, right? So I think that, I'm getting a little off track. So today it was difficult, and I was really, really, all I could think about was those children that were taken from their families. They were taken out of their homes, out of their culture, out of their way of knowing, their way of being. And I put myself in their shoes and really thought, like, wow, that is devastating. And as I was sitting there, I was taking notes and I was thinking, uh, how do you destroy a culture? Because I believe that was cultural genocide, what the colonizers did to this culture. And I also believe that the colonizers also did contribute to the cultural genocide within the Black community as well. When I was thinking, how do you destroy a culture? You take out the children. Children are the future. What is going to happen after they're gone, right? Nothing, because it won't continue. The culture will not continue, right? There's nobody to teach the language to. There's nobody to teach old ways of being, or to keep up with those ways of being, ways of knowing, and all that kind of stuff. There's no passing on knowledge or anything like that. So, I was thinking about that, and then I was also thinking about within the Black community, what kinds of things were done in the Black community for us to be for us to be behind, right? Generation after generation after generation. I believe that the Black community also has intergenerational trauma, and there's a lot that a lot of people of color have to deal with every day of their lives. And it's difficult, right? I've talked about racism on this channel previously, and it's not like it was just one incident, right? These things happen all the time. Driving while Black, that's like an actual thing. Shopping while brown, that's an actual thing. So I don't know what you can do to be an ally. I don't know what I can do to be an ally. I do know that the best way to be an ally is to ask questions, find out, do some research for yourself, understand where you sit in privilege, right? What is going on for you? What is your social location? And I don't mean where are you in the city. I mean, where's your social location? What are you doing? Female, male, white, Black, Indigenous, Asian, East Indian, like there's all of these different social locations, places of privilege. Everybody has different kinds of privilege. I have talked to people that have been like, no, I don't have privilege. We have the exact same, or we had the exact same experience growing up, and we both had the exact same amount of privilege, and trying to explain to people, like, actually, no, we didn't. But then there, sometimes it's pushback, and that's fine if that's what that person's choice, or what that person's idea of privilege is. Then okay, like there's not much that I can try and force somebody or explain to somebody like this is who you are. I can't say that to somebody, so that's totally on them. So I'm just saying that it's really important to understand where you're coming from, right? Understand so that you can be more compassionate and you can be empathetic towards different cultures and different ways of being, ways of knowing as well. So yeah, I just wanted to share that today, and hopefully, some positivity comes out of this. And look up where you were born and what treaty, what confederacy, what territory you were born on, what part of the land. I think that it's really cool and it's interesting to me. I think finding out a little bit more about Indigenous culture, finding out a little bit more about other cultures other than your own, that's the kind of thing that's going to support, you know, uh, cultural competency. Uh, so, yeah, thank you so much. And I hope y'all have a good night. And I will talk to you sooner rather than later. I appreciate y'all so very much. And I have some really cool projects coming up. And I really want you to stay tuned and find out some of the cool things that are coming up for me and hopefully for you too. And yeah, so thank y'all. Have a good night. Like I said before. And I'll keep repeating myself. No, I won't. Okay, I'm out. I'm out. Bye. Bye.